For me to create artwork, I need to feel confident in my energy of expression and how to connect to it. Art has been in my life ever since I was a child, and it's truly rooted in nature and everything a part of it. It's important to feel connected to something and have purpose, and I really think art and paganism does that for me together. There is so much life and energy in this world to explore, but only available if you open your mind spiritually. I also show the intent the universe and world has an effect on us and nature by connecting earth, fire, water, and air through all my pieces using color and symbolism. I mean to use bold lines through my whole triptych because this has had a big effect in my life and my work. For this series, I really wanted to discuss the emotions that some people have towards pagans and that it's not all negative. Paganism is a way of life and loving nature. It's not about what you know, but about who you are and what you do on this planet. It is in essence a nature religion, meaning I have a deep respect for the natural world and a role it plays in its conversation. The reason why I created this work is to show the harmony that exists in your life with the power of natural magic through my art and through trust. A lot of things happen for a reason and connect back to symbols like in my work. Though it does give off eerie and magical sense of feeling, and that's because I want to show how it makes me feel through my spiritual experience and how you can experience this in your own way. I want to feel completely rooted with myself, and the only way someone can do that is if you connect yourself to nature. The media that I chose is mixed media on wood board because it's a sturdy piece of material that can hold the layering processes that I do. Wood is a really good material to build on because the hard surfaces hold pen, Sharpie, acrylic, and layers like no other. I can layer all while blending and moving my work around. I sketch out really loosely in pen to get the first few shapes and to lay out my piece. I then go back over that with Sharpie and defined outlines so I know where to work within the lines. The longest part of the third step of blocking is blocking out the colors to the characters and my background. Centered in my series is a god and a goddess that I believe represents my male and female gods when drawing them. Like many gods and goddesses in other religions, they can take forms in many ways. This is just my idea of masculine and feminine energies existing in our lives and nature. Both of them bring love, harmony, and healing into life with the power of natural magic. Then I have these bright little beings that surround my god and goddess and their physical, imaginative beings that represent the colorful forces of nature that surround me every day. They are just a way of self-expression to show the bright and raw truths of life and living in it and how it could be beautiful. The beings are bright and in your face, but that is to show how they can have a loud effect on our imagination and subconsciousness while in spiritual reality and creating artwork. I used religious symbolism with Christianity and paganism to show hints of impressions that have been made through my childhood. The way I illustrate my work shows meaning in my spiritual journey interconnected through nature and my life. With the female figure in the middle, me, she's always interacting and flowing within the environment created to show how involved paganism is and has been through my whole life. My influences have a lot of darker underlining meaning like dreamscapes and dark paint being applied. One piece I used for influences was The Nightmare by Henry Fuseli. I really like the focus he created around and on the women dreaming with a demon weighing on her chest. My work doesn't really revolve around evil demonic meaning, but some may think my work may be dark when it's actually laying out my spiritual journey. His painting also influenced me with his heavier outlines and illustrations. He used his composition and chiaroscuro, the strategic juxtaposition of sharply contrasting light and shadow, gave me a plan of how to play with color in my pieces. He also heightened the drama and uncertainty of his pieces, so it influenced me to make my beings very playful and mysterious. Another artist I picked that influences my work is Marilyn Manson's watercolors. His work may not seem twisted or morbid, but it's how he applies it on paper. The bright tones and hues in the figures he creates shows me how to apply bold colors in my work without it being too bright. I like how he plays with grotesque ideas and confronts the viewer. It's another way of pushing social norms like what I am doing. The next artist I picked out is the most wonderful Ellie Smallwood. Her contemporary work has distinctive female undertones and often protests dominant, inherently male perceptions of female sexuality. Between her bold strokes and her layering detail, I think it's interesting she pushes the power of women. Within paganism, women are more than respected and reserved of the priestess and the carriers of life. Ellie has also shown me that you can layer materials when working with acrylic.